Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nancy and this is the Parent Family. Today I'm going to be sharing a little bit with you about how my journey on OMAD is going thus far. It's been nearly 2 months in. No, it has been 2 months in. It has been 2 months in on OMAD and 2.5 months on intermittent fasting. So I started out in January, on January the 1st actually, trying to lose weight by doing intermittent fasting. If I can get my words together today, good Lord. I started doing intermittent fasting on January the 1st as a way to try to lose weight as well as get healthier. So it is definitely a process. It's definitely something that I'm having to figure out of how to incorporate, healthy foods in that time frame. And you might say, well, that's easy, duh, just put vegetables on your plate. Well, whenever you're doing OMAD specifically, you only have, an hour, 2 hours to eat your food, and whatever you eat, you've eaten, and whatever when you get done, then you don't eat again. So you definitely want to eat foods that are filling. You definitely want to eat something that will sustain you. And for me being a big girl, that's not going to be some broccoli and some salad. Okay, I do put some broccoli and salad on my plate from time to time. Not both at the same time usually, but anyway, you get my point. I do add vegetables on my plate. I am looking to incorporate more vegetables on my plate though in the weeks to come, because I feel like my body needs that. But anyway, last time that I talked to you about my OMAD journey, I had lost a total of 10 pounds since the start of intermittent fasting until, last month. So I did count that time in there. So I started out at 226 pounds. I was 226 pounds at the end of last year, and last time that I came on, I was 216 pounds, so a total loss of 10 pounds. And I am happy to report that I have now lost another 3 pounds. So I have lost a total of 13 pounds on OMAD and intermittent fasting combined. So yay for that. Yay for that. I'm feeling much better. I do have more energy, except for this week. I don't know what's going on this week, but this week's kind of, I'm having some weird symptoms that I dealt with a few years ago. Basically, it's apart from OMAD. It's something that was already there before I started doing OMAD, so it has nothing to do with OMAD. I know what it is, but anyway, I'm having some weird symptoms the last couple weeks, and that's why I'm having a hard time getting my words out, things like that. More brain fog and just really feel tired and things like that. But like I say, that has nothing to do with OMAD. That's a condition that I've had for several years, or that I've known about for a couple years. So anyways, so just bear with me as I try to speak properly on this video. But anyway, I am still going to be sticking to OMAD. I'm not sticking to OMAD though on my period anymore. I did for the first month, and then I realized that there were some changes in my period, and I felt like it was a better idea if I would extend my eating window to where I could have 4 or even 5 hours if needed to eat on the days of my cycle, so on the days of my actual period. So do I do that every single day on my period? Well, no, just whenever I feel like I need to. So for example, last month I didn't really do that too much. It was just like I had to because I had a procedure done, so I did have to eat twice the day that I had the procedure, or the day before. I don't remember. The day before, I guess. And then the day of, I ate just a little bit extra or drank a protein shake or something to supplement. I don't really remember because that was a month ago, but um, uh, I ended up getting my period at the same time, like on that week. So um, I realized that it made me feel a certain way, and I wasn't sure if it was because of having the procedure done or if it was actually because of my period. Um, so I did share with y'all from the beginning that I do have fibroid tumors, and that makes a huge difference in my periods. And you know, I guess just disclosure right here, TMI, in case you didn't want to know about periods. We're talking about periods. We're talking about how OMAD has affected my period, okay? Because I am a woman, and I know there's other women who want to know. That is one of the number one questions with any kind of fasting, any type of fasting, is can women fast, and how should women fast, and all that. So, um, of course, I am not a medical professional. Please ask your doctor if you have underlying conditions and things like that. Um, I'm just sharing from my experience, but in my experience thus far, which is not much, only 2 months, but I feel better whenever I extend my eating window. So I'm still doing intermittent fasting on my period, but I'm not necessarily doing OMAD. I do OMAD most of my period, but there's a couple days of the period that I guess you could say that I eat 2 meals on that day. But um, I don't eat a lot at those 2 meals, if that makes sense. So it's about the same amount of food that I would ordinarily eat on OMAD anyway. Maybe, 1 or 200 extra calories, but it's such a small difference. But I just spread the food out over a longer period of time, and that helps me to feel more hydrated when I'm on my period. So, anyway, there's that. So, yeah. If you're just now coming in, I have lost 3 pounds this month, and I am happy about that because that means that I've lost about 3/4 of a pound a week. And that is, within the normal guidelines for someone to lose weight. So I'm very happy about that. I'm excited to continue on the OMAD journey. I have tried this in the past, and I guess the timing was wrong. I guess, it just wasn't meant to be back then. But because I struggled so much with actually being able to deal with the temptations and all that. And honestly, now, 2 months in, I really don't have a lot of temptation to eat or snack or whatever throughout the day, except when I'm coming off my period, because I do extend my time, my eating window. So yeah, I'm dealing with a little bit of that right now. I'm dealing with a little bit of more grumbling in my tummy and things like that. But I have found that for me personally, if I will go ahead and have some water or have some electrolytes, it actually helps me. Now, some people say that while doing OMAD, they do not do any flavored electrolytes during their fasting window, but I actually do. There's very minimal calories in the ones that I'm drinking, and so if any calories, some of them are 0 calories. So I don't see an issue with it. My body is able to handle it, and it actually helps me to not be hungry. So some people, if it does make you hungry, then obviously don't do it. Don't play with fire. Don't cause temptation for yourself, right? But do whatever you can to not go into temptation when you're on OMAD. I'm actually kind of surprised that I've lost any weight this month, if I'm being honest, because I have gone out to eat more this month than what I have in a long time. And that's because we've been extra busy this month. So And I also, the last week and a half, I haven't been able to go walking in the mornings. I normally go walking in the mornings before I have my meal. And so that is another thing. I was actually kind of expecting to either be at a standstill or even possibly gain 1 or 2 pounds, but I did it. And so I'm really happy about that, really excited that I was able to still lose weight, even though maybe things didn't go as planned the last few weeks. We've just been extra busy, but I think that even though I haven't gone walking, the things that I've been doing the last few weeks has burned about the same amount of calories, or at least half of that. And so that's probably why I'm continuing to lose weight. So, the kids were out on spring break last week, and so I tried to do some things with them that they enjoyed that week, and only got to walk maybe twice in the mornings on that week. And then this week we've been doing some other things that are just some business that we just had to take care of. But anyway, with work and everything, it's like I'm doing a little bit extra physical activity with that. So maybe that's helped me to stay on track. I don't know. But anyway, to God be the glory. Yes, I say to God be the glory, because if it's not for the strength that the Lord gives, then I wouldn't be able to lose the weight. So I know that I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. And so as a Christian, as a child of God, I have to give glory to God. He has helped me through this process. Praying and, just seeking His presence has helped me through this process. And I can say that there's been times that when maybe I did, feel a little bit hungry, but it wasn't time to eat yet, that I would, read my Bible, spend a little bit extra time in prayer, things like that. And so, this is good for my spiritual health as well as my physical health. And so I am so thankful for that. I'm thankful that I've been able to get more things done. When you don't realize how much time that we actually spend a day eating. We don't realize it until we stop. We don't realize what it's keeping us from doing, household chores, time with the kids. There were times that, my kids wanted me to watch them outside, and I'm like, hey, I haven't had a break all day. I want to eat. And now, because I'm only eating once a day, I'm able to go outside and at least be with them while they're playing. Sometimes I'm out there playing with them. So there's a lot of positive changes that are taking place in my life, and I owe that to OMAD. So even though, it's 13 pounds, and that seems like a lot to some people in 2 months, and just to other people that may not seem like a lot. But I feel better. My clothes are fitting better. I'm able to fit back into the clothes that I was wearing before that 20-pound weight gain last year. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Anyone who's listening in the background as well, catching the replay, thank you so much for being here. So I'm back into my quote-unquote normal size, and I believe I shared that last time as well. But even now, I can see that my normal size is fitting even better than what it did at the end of last month. So definitely sticking with OMAD. Definitely I'm going to keep pressing forward. It's going to be hard this next couple days to get back on track with a shorter eating window of 1 or 2 hours, but anyway, I'm really looking forward to continuing, and I do recommend this to those of us who are overweight and obese and wanting to, live longer lives and wanting to get back to a healthy place. So I do definitely recommend it. I will be sharing another update next month. We'll do a 3-month update and just see where I'm at. And y'all check out the shorts videos. I post, what I eat in a day and things like that on the shorts feed. So y'all check that out. The reason why I do that is to show that, even though I'm not perfect and maybe I'm not making the healthiest choices, which we talked about at the beginning of this live stream, that I do want to make improvements in that area, and it is a process, right? It is a process to make improvements in that area. So definitely I will be making forth that effort to change some of my eating habits. But even on the days when I don't, even on the days, like I said, when I go out to eat, or even on, the days when I'm super busy or I forgot to buy enough vegetables for everyone or whatever, still I'm losing weight. So, and losing weight isn't the end all of it. I know that getting healthier is the goal, right? But that is definitely still a step in the right direction for me. And so definitely, you don't have to be perfect in order to do OMAD. It's not a diet, it's a way of doing things. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this brief live stream. And I'm sorry, at the beginning of the live stream I was having a little bit of difficulty getting my words together and getting my thoughts out clearly. I'm sorry about that. I do have brain disease, and some days are better than others. So thank you so much for bearing with me and having patience with me. That's not something that I share all the time, but I do remind people on my bad days that just because you see that someone is healthy, or just because someone looks healthy, looks like, they've got it all together, doesn't mean that they always do. So thank you so much for having patience and understanding. Thank you for being here. To everyone who is in the background, Lovisa, thank you so much for being here. Everyone coming in on the replay, thank you so much. And I'll be back with another update in about a month. Bye-bye, and have a great rest of the week.